Hello everyone and welcome back to DET Coach's Beginner's Guide to the Duolingo English Test. In the previous lesson, we learned how to identify the required part of speech from a word's role in the sentence. In this lesson, we'll continue working with complete passages and focus on articles and verb tenses. We'll use the example International Venue of the Year from the lesson materials. In Read and Complete, the opening and closing sentences are shown in full, while some words in the middle sentences are incomplete. Start with the complete sentences to establish the context of the passage, and then work through the blanks in the middle. Begin with the title and the complete opening sentence. The words seats and is are both in the simple present, which tells us that the sentence is describing the venue's current features. Largest is a superlative and is already preceded by the word the. Europe is a proper noun, so we say in Europe without the. Now look at the complete closing sentence. The sports grounds also host large pop concerts. Host is also in the simple present. Together, the opening and closing sentences tell us that the passage is primarily stating facts about the venue. That context will help us determine the tenses in the middle sentences. The next sentence begins with it. The first blank starts with H and is followed by been. The next blank starts with vo. Here, it refers to the arena mentioned earlier. The venue is the one being selected, not the one making the selection, so we need the passive voice. The vote took place in the past, but the award remains relevant in the present. The two blanks are therefore has and voted, producing the complete structure has been voted. This is the present perfect passive. The sentence then includes the title International Venue of the Year. The blank before year begins with T. The phrase of the year is a fixed part of the award title, so the answer is the. However, do not turn this into a rule that every occurrence of the word of must be followed by the word the. For example, we say a photo of a building, where the word of is followed by the word a. We use the here because year refers to the specific year covered by this award. Now consider the second half of the sentence. The blank beginning with a connects two facts, so the answer is and. The blank beginning with sev modifies years, so the answer is several. After years, the next blank begins with W. That opening letter immediately narrows the range of possible answers. This position requires a linking verb that directly connects the subject. It with the subject complement the most popular venue. It is singular. The answer that fits here is therefore was. Next, the blank beginning with mo combines with popular to form the superlative most popular. Because the already present, the complete phrase is the most popular venue. The blank beginning with they requires a noun. If you get stuck, look back at the clue in the title, International Venue of the Year, to complete the word venue. Finally, the blank after in begins with T. Because there is only one world, the answer is the word the. The complete phrase is in the world. This example gives us a clear sequence to follow. First, read the title and the complete opening and closing sentences to establish the time frame and main topic of the passage. Second, use the subject, the relationship between the subject and the action, and the opening letters to complete verb structures such as has been voted and was. Third, use fixed titles, superlatives, and nouns that refer to something unique to complete expressions such as of the year, the most popular, and in the world. Use the connections between ideas and the required parts of speech to complete the remaining blanks. When you have finished, reread the full passage and check that the verb tenses and sentence structures are consistent. Now let's continue with another question, the canceled 1940 Olympics. Do not begin by filling in each blank. Read the title first, followed by the opening and closing sentences. In the opening sentence, were initially scheduled and disrupted. Both place the events in the past. In the closing sentence, held and did not occur continue the historical narrative. When completing the verbs in the two middle sentences, start by considering the simple past. First, look at the complete answer to the second sentence. Organizers transferred the event to another European host and began revising venues for the shorter preparation period. The first blank begins with trans and follows the subject, organizers. It requires a past tense main verb, so the answer is transferred. The blank beginning with EV follows the and refers to the Olympic event named in the title, so the answer is the noun event. The blank beginning with ano appears before European host and refers to a different host, so the answer is another. The blank beginning with ho is completed as the noun host. After and, the blank beginning with be must be parallel with transferred and remain in the past tense, so the answer is began. The blank beginning with then is the object of revising. Because it refers to multiple competition sites, the plural form venues is required. Next comes for, followed by a blank beginning with t before shorter preparation period. This refers to the specific preparation period shortened by the transfer, so the answer is the. Finally, the blank beginning with prepa appears before period and forms the phrase preparation period, so the answer is preparation. Now look at the complete answer to the third sentence. Expanding warfare soon made safe travel impossible for athletes, officials, and spectators across many countries. At the beginning of the sentence, the blank starting with expa modifies warfare and describes a conflict that was continuing to expand, so the answer is expanding. The blank beginning with so modifies made and shows that the change happened quickly, so the answer is the adverb soon. In the structure made safe travel impossible, the blank beginning with sa modifies travel, so the answer is safe. The blank beginning with impos describes the resulting state of safe travel, so the answer is the adjective impossible. After for, the blank beginning with atho is parallel with officials and spectators, so the plural noun athletes is required. The blank beginning with the letter A connects officials and spectators, so the answer is and. The final two blanks begin with acr and count, with the second appearing after many. Together with many, they form across many countries, so the answers are across and countries. After placing the answers back into the passage, review the logic once more. Transferred and began are in the past tense because the complete opening and closing sentences establish a historical narrative. We use the word the in the shorter preparation period because it refers to the specific preparation period after the event was transferred. Another European host refers to a host other than the original one, so we use another. Complete the remaining blanks by identifying predicates, objects, modifiers, and parallel structures.